G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Flash Like Crazy. Today I'm reviewing two Lumintops. They are the Lumintop FW3As and I've got one in brass and one in copper. Let's check them out. Alright, so before we go and check what's inside the boxes, so these are how they'll come. So copper, cool white, that's this, and then brass SST20, I think that's the neutral white that I got. So that's how they'll come. So they will definitely tell you, what you've got and what color temperature and things like that it is. Now move that away. So inside the box, it's going to be the same thing for both. It's just going to be your O-rings here. So a couple of spare O-rings. You do have a kind of like a cigar grip ring, which is really cool. So what you can do is you can unscrew the tail cap, remove the pocket clip, and then attach that there, which is a bloody nice touch, if I don't mind saying so. It's a really nice touch. If you're not a pocket clip type of person and you prefer the cigar grip hold like that, that rubber ring is going to make that a dream. So well done, Lumintop. That's just sensational of you to include that. You will also get your user manual. So this is just going to tell you how to use it. Now, I don't actually, I'm not going to go through all of the different things it can do because Anduril UIs are very, very complicated. And they're awesome. Like you can get candle mode, you can get all sorts of stuff like that. It's really cool. But I'm just going to go through the basic stuff of what this light can do. Now, XBL high is this one. So I think this one is the copper. So that's XBL high. It is equivalent to IPX8 water rated. So that's really good water rating. That means it can get to 2 meters water submersible, I think. I'll weigh it all but myself, that's fine. So yeah, basically this stuff's all very, very useful depending on, how much information you want to know about your light. They do give you a whole lot of good information. So definitely would suggest having a read of all that. And it's the exact same in this one, so I don't need to go through it. Now the battery you'll get is an INR 18650 flat top, unprotected Samsung. I've just got an INR Moly cell here as well. You won't get the Moly cell, you'll get the Samsung. So let's go ahead and install the battery. So you grab onto the gripped bit here and you open, and then you'll see this little sleeve, pop it in down there and close her on up. And you'll see that little flicker. That means that the battery's in the right way. All right, that's XBL high, beautiful. And so this one will be the SST20, I think it's like 4000K or something, neutral. So in there it goes. Alrighty. Okay. So I just wanted to get these on the channel because, these Lumintops are fantastic lights. There are so many different types of these Lumintop iterations. And, a brass and a copper is a really, really cool thing. Before anything, let's just weigh it. And we'll just see the difference between the brass and the copper, actually. Remembering that they've both got 18650 batteries. So the copper comes in at 172.08 grams and the brass comes in at 164.59 grams. So as to be expected, the copper is a little bit heavier. Now, in terms of ergonomics, it doesn't get much better than that, to be honest. Like that feels just awesome. So they're an 18650 light, but they're not very tall. So they're quite pocketable. The pocket clip and the catch point on the pocket clip is right on the smooth area, not the coarse area. So that means you're going to get a really nice pocketing experience. Slip, like that, just really beautiful. As I showed you before, even without the cigar grip ring, you can still cigar grip this really, really nicely. How cool is that? Double tap turbo, click on, press and hold. It's just going to ramp. Just beautiful. Look at that ramping. Just sensational. Click off. Press and hold from off, just starts ramping. Click, memory, all the good stuff. So you do have a triple emitter there, and you've got this kind of throwy optic. It's not a frosted optic, so it's more throwy. So it's just going to give you a really nice beam profile, especially with, so look, let's look at the SST20 and then the XBL High. So it's not easy to see. Obviously, you can definitely see the color difference. That's amazing color difference. This is high CRI, and actually, I don't think it's high CRI. My mistake, but it's neutral color, whereas this is obviously cool white. But now, if I just put them down here, yeah, next to each other here. So see the intensity of the beam there as opposed to this less intensity. That is because the XBL Highs have a lot of throw. So this one is going to throw a lot better, which I'll show you in the night shots. This one's going to be a bit more floody, and it's going to give a nice kind of warmer, great for nighttime color beam, this is. Now, just back to the ergonomics of these lights. So again, in the hand like that, really perfect, right? Like really perfect. Just sensational to use. Now, as I said, press and hold from off and it just comes on and you start ramping. When you stop and you press, it'll start ramping down. Stop, press, okay? Single click turns it off. Now, the buttons on these are slightly finicky. They're not amazing. I don't dislike them. I think they're a great button, but sometimes they can just kind of get caught and, you know, make a sound like it did earlier when I just turned it on. Not often, but just sometimes. So it's just something to be aware of. If you're used to, you know, rubber clickies and things like that, this is very different. Now, they're not forward clickies, meaning that you can't momentary with them. So as soon as you push it in, it's just going to start to activate. And then once you let go, it's activated already. So it's not a forward clicky, but it's also not a reverse clicky, because a reverse clicky would mean it wouldn't activate until you let it go. So I don't actually know the name of this. Maybe it's called a mechanical switch. I don't know. In terms of having a special light that pockets well, holds nicely in the hand, and is quite diverse in different ways you can hold it. I mean, you can even hold it like the pen grip, you know? So you turn it on and then you just hold it like a pen grip. Now, why is that good? Well, you got your fingers on the coarse bit here. The back tail end like sits in this groove of your palm or your hand really nicely, and that's a great pocket pen grip right there. Fantastic. Now, yeah, you got to move your fingers around to turn it off if you want, or to turn it back on, or to raise the output, but still really works nicely for a cool pocket, for a cool pen grip experience. Now, the height of these guys obviously is going to be identical, but in centimeters, we've got just over 9.5 centimeters tall. So it's a really nice size. You know, 10 centimeters, less than 10 centimeters is just phenomenal. The width of the face, if I just get that accurate. Now, the width of the face is 25.54 mil, and it's got this beautiful taper in the middle of the body there, which brings it to 21.56. And then back out at the tail comes 24.26. So what does that do for you? Well, the taper on this body here is where you get the beautiful ergonomics from. You can slide down a little bit to hold it very securely, but your palm is probably going to impede the beam. If you slide it up just slightly and kind of aim to have your pinky finger on that coarse bit there, that's probably your best bet. These two fingers are going to fall into where the taper is, and then this finger's going to fall over the back there. Now, I've got relatively large hands, so a lot of people are going to be able to hold this even more comfortably than I can, and I don't have any trouble with holding it. I think it's great. Now, I'm just going to get them both on a turbo, and we'll see if they step down and when they step down. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So we'll just hold them here and see what happens. And I'll also see if they get rather hot, because you got to remember that brass and copper both are great heat conductors, in that the heat's going to spread evenly throughout the body because they're all that one material. Much better than titanium. I don't think as good as aluminium, but definitely much better than titanium. Now, so far I haven't seen any step down, but this is a really good example of the beam profiles there. So see on the XBL High, you've got a really nice, strong hot spot with some even bleeding and then some peripheral light coming out the side of it. Whereas this one's a softer hot spot, a bit more shadowy, a bit more milky, but more light is distributed out to the peripheral light than in this one. The majority of the light is really centered in the middle, thanks to those XBL Highs. Whereas the SST20s are now very even in the way that they distribute their light, which is nice. Now, you know what I'm really impressed about? These lights are not heating up very much at all. This is cool, man. We've had that on for about 30 seconds and they're not heating up at all. Just make sure that they're not heating up because I've got gloves on because I don't want to mess up the patina. But no, they're not. They're really, really not. That's amazing. So heat-wise, brilliant. Fantastic, these two. Honestly, fan-bloody-tastic. I love it. All right, I'll turn them off. Now, if we just have a look at the pocket clips there, they are strong, really, really strong pocket clips, like very well made. Very, very impressed with that. And they are secured by the tail cap. So you're not going to lose them. Excuse me. You're not going to lose them. So look at that, secured by the tail cap. And this is how you remove the tail cap here. You probably have to remove that O-ring, not the tail cap, the pocket clip. Take that off and put the rubber ring on if you desire that rubber cigar grip ring. But I love this pocket clip system. You know, the only thing better than this pocket clip system is a screwed in pocket clip. That's a personal preference, but this kind of pocket clip is very, very sturdy, very, very strong, and arguably better than a screwed in pocket clip actually. So, you know, you don't have to worry about screws and things like that. It's just slip it over, slip it in. Now, I'll just show you a couple of things that the Anduril can do. So one of my favorites is, I think if you go 1, 2, hold. Yep, there we go. Look at that. Candle. So that's candle. So you just stick it there like that, and you've got a nice kind of flickering candle all night, which is so cool, man. Look at that. It really behaves as if it's a candle. It's so cool. So it's from off, 1, 2, hold. And then you get that candle effect. 1, 2, hold. I mean, the candle effect's not going to be as nice with an XPL high 6000K as it is with the, you know, 4000K neutral white. But that's a really cool thing, man. It really is. And then look, it's the standard. If you go double tap, you get to turbo from on or off. Turn it on, it's going to come on in your memory except for turbo. It won't come on in turbo memorized. Press and hold, it ramps up. Let go, press and hold, it ramps down. And then if I go 1, 2, 3, see they clicked. Now watch this. Press and hold, it steps instead of ramps. Press and hold, steps down. So if you're a stepper, not a ramper, then you want to triple click whilst it's on and it'll swap. If you're a ramper and not a stepper, 1, 2, 3, flicker. Now we're back to the ramp. Okay, so it just depends on what you like. Are you a ramper or a stepper? That's my question. All right, let's go outside, check these guys out at nighttime, then we'll come back for some final thoughts, but we'll just have another quick squiz all the way around just to see them in all their beauty. Very, very gorgeous lights, very, very cool lights, designed by light enthusiasts with this Anduril driver. Just fantastic. And all right, let's head over to the night shots. See ya. All right, we're starting with the brass. Oh, look at that. That is such a beautiful tint on that one. And that's on the highest output. But I'll just show you. Oh, look at that ramp. Gorgeous. So the ramp doesn't go to turbo, remember. The ramp just goes to high. And then if you want turbo, double click. Boom. Look at that. Beautiful. Really gorgeous tint on this. Love how you can, you've got so many options with different emitters and tint colors and things like that. Definitely nice. All the way down to that. Oh, brilliant. Boom. All right, I'll go the copper. So that one's much more of a thrower. I think this might be the XPL highs. Whew, yeah, look at that. Cooler white, but damn does that throw. That's awesome. Same ramping. I'll ramp it all the way down actually. Look at that. Send bloody sensational. Fantastic. Thank you, Lumintop. All right, see ya. All right, so you can get these at lightshop.com.au. I will link them in the description. I think they're roughly around like 170 bucks each or something like that. But I will link them. If I'm wrong with that price, I apologize. But in terms of pros and cons, I think I don't really have any actual cons about it. I do think that this switch is something that you need to experience to then know if you like it or not. I do like it, but sometimes you get one of those finicky ones that doesn't work as best as the others, I guess, is how I'll say it. So, but that's the only quarrel I have, and I don't even have that quarrel with all of them. It's just some of them, if you get a bit of a finicky one, it's kind of like, it just feels a little bit tacky. But some of them feel crisp as, so, you know, it just depends. Other than that, the drive is amazing. That candle mode is just one of my favorite modes. I love the ramp as opposed to the step, but it's good that they give you the option for a step. Like I said, if you're a stepper, you're a stepper, you know, and you got a step. But if you're a ramper, you want a ramp, and the rampers know what I'm talking about. Pocket clips, great. You know, ergos are great. I really think, guys, that even if you don't want a brass or a copper, Lightshop's got all sorts of different materials, and mainly just aluminium or titanium and things like that. Well worth checking them out. You know, this Lumintop FW series, there's all like FW3A and all sorts of ones. Fantastic lights, really fantastic lights. I might even get more of them on the channel. I'll do an order from Lightshop and get more on the channel because I've really enjoyed reviewing these. Just fantastic lights, and you know, slick, man. Like, they look cool, don't they? They really do look cool. Imagine pulling that out of your pocket. What a conversation piece that is. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. Till next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.